Tick tock, tick tock.
I'm a...
What's up guys, this is KhUnlimited. Today I have another video for you guys, and today I want to make a quicker video just to give my predictions on what I think is going to be showing up at the PlayStation 5 gaming event, which has been confirmed to be on June 11th, 2020. And it's kind of funny, as you know, the PlayStation event was delayed from June 4th, I believe, to June 11th, and what my predictions were have kind of completely flipped since then. So I have my notes right here, and I want to read what I originally had for the June 4th event. And just to put it out there beforehand, when it comes to gaming conferences or events, I'm usually very pessimistic. I try to keep my expectations as low as possible, just so when the event happens, no matter what happens, I'm going to be happy. If they show kind of little, I'm happy because that's what my expectations were. If they show a lot, I'm very happy because, you know, my expectations were so low. And so pretty much what I had was for this event, I was going to predict that they're going to show at most 2 games or probably 1 game, and that is going to be a first party focus. So there isn't a focus on 1 or 2 games that PlayStation Studios, I think they're called now, is going to be making, and that's all. I said that they weren't going to be showing the PlayStation 5, and at most they may be talking a bit about backwards compatibility. At this point, I think those predictions were kind of weird, and the reason is, at that point, a week or 2 ago, I thought that the PlayStation 5 gaming event wasn't going to be the main event, which I think it is now. At that point, I thought it was just like another PlayStation 5 talk like we had in the past with the PlayStation 5 architecture talk we had a while ago, and that was more of a GDC dry press conference talk, which I enjoyed, but that's kind of what I thought this was going to be, something like that, but then focusing more on games instead of the architecture. And because of that, I thought they were just going to show a game or 2 and not actually focus on the console. But for some reason since then, I've kind of flipped, and I feel like this is the PlayStation 5 event. And the reason is, one, I just realized what time of year it is. It's June, and the console is confirmed to still be coming out on holiday. At this point, it makes sense for us to have seen the console. So yeah, they're probably going to reveal the PlayStation 5 console. So that's obviously one of my most obvious predictions. I think they're going to be showing the PlayStation 5 console at this event. I don't think actually that they're going to be showing the user interface. Yeah, so while they are going to be showing the PlayStation 5, I think the user interface is either going to be saved for later down the line, or it's just going to be like in some like not trailer, but like a video release after. I don't think it's going to be shown here. It'd be cool if they do. If anything, I'd be more excited for the UI than the actual console. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be showing the UI today or on June 11th. And when it comes to games, I'm bumping it up from what my last guess was, where I thought there would be maybe 1 or 2 games. I think there's going to be at least 5 games shown. So yeah, my predictions have gone up a lot from what I used to think. In terms of the 5 games, roughly what I think they're going to be is, I think at least 2 of them are going to be sequels. I think that's a really easy way to kind of, you know, cash in on the hype of, you know, the players of PlayStation. And instead of kind of risking it with a new IP or risking it with something else, you should kind of bank on something that the players love, and you know, go on top of that, give a sequel for it. Now, when it comes to what the sequels can be, my 2 best guesses would be Spider-Man 2 and Horizon 2. If there had to be only one of those that have to show up, I would say Horizon 2. I believe it came out like in 2017, so it's been a good 3 years since it has come out. And I kind of feel like Horizon 2 can be to PlayStation 5 what Hellblade is to Xbox. If you remember, Hellblade Senua's Saga, I believe it's called now, was kind of like this visual showpiece for Xbox, and it really showed, you know, how great the Xbox Series X looks. I feel like that can be the same with Horizon 2 on PlayStation 5. If PlayStation 5 is coming out with Horizon 2 as one of their first party games, they can really show off how good it looks, especially if they've been working on it since Horizon 1 completed. So I think if they do have to show a sequel, and if they can only pick one, it would be Horizon 2 instead of Spider-Man 2, but I would also love the Spider-Man 2 to show up. Now, if you're not talking about sequels, what would the rest of the 5 games be? I think at least 1 game in this conference has to be a new IP. There's no question about that. I don't think they can get through this conference, but they're calling a gaming conference, PlayStation 5 gaming conference. I don't think they can get through it without showing at least 1 new game or 1 new IP. So I think we will get introduced to not only a sequel, like I mentioned, at least 1 sequel, but at least 1 new IP from PlayStation Studios. Who's that going to be by? I'm not really sure, but I think there is going to be at least 1 new IP introduced in this gaming event. And yeah, maybe more, but I think 1 is probably safer. If they did do 2, it would be kind of, I don't know what it is about it. It'd feel a bit unbalanced. I'd rather have 1 new IP to focus on and then kind of different side games to have. But, you know, the more the merrier. But I think 1 would be pretty cool. Now, other than the 1 to 2 sequels and the 1 new IP, I feel like the rest of the games will be probably third party. Like I said at the start of the video, I originally said that I was predicting that it would only be a first-party focus, but the more I thought about it, and if this is actually the PlayStation 5 event, it only makes sense to show your third-party support. A big part of console is that you're not only first-party, but you're third-party. As we've seen from Nintendo, from Wii U to Nintendo Switch, they, increased the third-party support, and overall it has made the console a lot better. And so with PlayStation 5, I don't think there's going to be an exception. I think they have to show some third-party support, and from the minimum of 5 games that are predicted, I feel like at least we're going to have at least 2 to 3 third-party games. What are those games going to be? I have no idea. It could be maybe some Call of Duty game. I think they've usually been on PlayStation side when it comes to marketing. We maybe see Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm not sure. I think they may have a marketing deal with Xbox, since I think that's where they showed up last time, but who knows, maybe they had some deal with Xbox and they have a separate deal with PlayStation to show something else about it. But yeah, we can maybe see Assassin's Creed, we could probably see other third-party games. But yeah, overall, I think out of the 5 games, at least 2 to 3 will be third-party. At least 1 will be a new IP, and at least 1 to 2 will be sequels. One other prediction I have is that they are going to go into some level of detail about backwards compatibility. I feel like at this point, whenever we go into a new generation of consoles, backwards compatibility is one of the main questions that gamers have, because, a new console's coming out, you have to save up for it, and when you want to save up for it, an easy way to get money is sell your old console. And I feel like selling your old console is only viable if the new console is backwards compatible, or you just don't care about your old console. And so if they can answer that as early as possible, it'll be easier for gamers to kind of make the decision if they want to sell their PlayStation 4 or not. So I feel like they're going to go into detail about that, explain how PS4 is going to be backwards compatible. Is it only digital games? Is it physical games too? Is it only a certain select amount of games? Maybe there's more backwards compatibility. I doubt there's gonna be PlayStation 3, but maybe there's gonna be some kind of PlayStation 2 digital backwards compatibility. So yeah, other than those predictions, I have one spicy prediction. This is a prediction which I honestly don't think is gonna happen, but if it did, it'd be pretty cool. And my spicy prediction is that there's going to be a focus on crossplay from PlayStation. Now that sounds very weird, because as you know, PlayStation was like the only company out of like Xbox, Nintendo, PC or whatever to be against crossplay when it was first introduced and became more of a main thing. So I think it'd be kind of cool if, like, for the PlayStation 5 reveal, they had a huge emphasis on crossplay. Now obviously crossplay probably wouldn't be for the first party games, but if they showed third party games like the Call of Duty and whatever else to show, it'd be cool if they actually really lean into crossplay to show, everyone's a gamer, we get to play together and everything like that. And I think it's been confirmed that Call of Duty is going to be going crossplay now, so since that's already crossplay, why not lean into it? And if they have other third-party games and those are multiplayer, why not lean into it with them too and kind of be seen as a good guy and like the nice friendly guy, and that you can be crossplay with other consoles. I feel like if they took that approach, it would come off as very positive to everyone, because the more you can play with other people, the better it is. There's literally no cons for the players to be crossplay for third-party games. So yeah, that's my spicy prediction, that they're going to kind of lean into crossplay if they do show third-party games. So yeah, that's pretty much all the predictions I have. 5 games minimum. 1 is a new IP. 1 to 2 are sequels, and the rest are third-party games. They will show the console, maybe not the UI. They are going to go into detail about backwards compatibility, and my spicy prediction, there will be a heavy focus on crossplay. Now again, this is like a lot more expecting of me than I usually am. I'm usually very pessimistic, low expectation, but because that I now believe that this event is going to be the main blowout for PlayStation 5, I'm trying to get a bit more excited for it. Please let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys have your own predictions? What do you think is going to show up? I know people online usually have like a lot more extravagant predictions, so like I'd be pretty interested to hear what you guys have to say. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.
Tick tock.
I am a